G'day crew, welcome back. I'm Todd from ToXiC Garage Customs and you're standing outside ToXiC Garage Customs. In this video we go for a road trip to Mudgee and then Dubbo, and we bring back a whole bunch of car parts, but along the way we meet some characters. We do the Australian thing and have a look at the countryside and get a whole lot of car parts. But also I get to meet some pretty special people, Matt Rendell being one of them and his wife Nat, and Matt and Nat show me through their garage, and their garage, or the wheelhouse as it's known, is full of really cool stuff. So if you like GT Falcons, Commodores, hot rods, 57 Chevs, superchargers and 52 or 51 Chev pickups with LS's in them, then I suggest you stick around and watch this video, because all of that and heaps more is included. So I'll catch you at the end and we can have a bit of a chin wag about how good Australia is. Going on a road trip, going out to Mudgee and Dubbo, going to pick up some parts for a future hot rod project. That'll be content for later. So using ToXiC, for what ToXiC is, to tow a trailer. She'll be loaded with lots of stuff when we come back. Look at this, it's almost like this was designed to hold luggage and boots and hats and speakers and stuff, ready for road trips. Funny that. Well, you can't stop in and have breakfast without seeing a burnout car. Fat Alex on the way to Candos. What's your name, mate?
Carl.
Carl. And this is the owner, Carl. What's your name, mate?
Dustin.
Justin?
Dustin.
Dustin.
Yeah.
Dustin?
And Brody.
And Brody.
Yeah.
Carl, Dustin and Brody. Well, they're on their way to Candos and they're going to do some fully six skids. So if you get the chance, pop out there one day. Got the beauty queen driving ToXiC right now. Ooh, what do we got? A 34. Cool. These guys are heading out to Candos as well. Nice. Look at that for a barn find. A Hyundai Sonata. But look in the background. A Lada Niva. Wow. Oh, look at that. A barn doors, and a barn find. How cool is that, eh? You gotta love it. Don't you love car guys? This is patchy and it's on a patrol chassis. How good's that, eh? So what are we, 4.2 litre?
Nah, RB30.
RB30, okay, so we got VL Commodore motor.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, nice.
Skyline.
Skyline, lovely, look at that. Original chassis?
Patrol, yeah.
Oh, sorry, yeah, sorry, patrol chassis, yeah.
Coil springs, disc all round, 5-speed synchro box, overhead cam, 6-cylinder.
Beautiful, love it.
Just was doing the back now, just making me spare tyre.
Oh, okay, yep. So yeah, your tray's got to be up there and you've got the storage underneath. Oh, that's beautiful, mate. I like the rebar tail light holders.
You do it like them?
Yeah.
Show me tail light. That's gorgeous.
Got the timber extension of the running board here. Oh, it's even got the Chev hubcaps adapted onto the patrol wheels. That's pretty clever. Okay, got the patrol steering column.
Patrol steering, but I put the sticks and the handbrake over the Chevy in it.
Oh, okay, yep. Nice.
Battery doesn't go there, battery sits in a box here, but I just haven't got up to that yet.
Yep. Beautiful. Constructing the floor at the moment.
Battery box.
That's my battery box, it's a round one.
Yeah, lovely.
That was my missus's grandfather's toolbox.
I love a story behind an item.
Yeah, well, this patrol was my daughter's patrol. I bought her 30 years ago.
Really? So was it a GQ or something?
GQ,
Yeah.
We put a property up in that and we thrashed around the paddock basher for years and years.
Yeah, right. Okay. And so you got the 44-gallon drum. Actually, they're not 44s. 60-litre drums.
The corners.
Yeah.
That's a tribute. Back in the day, the trucks like this had them metal sides.
Ah,
like
okay.
that.
Yeah, right.
It was actually the thing.
Yeah, right.
So I'm just near the bucket seats out of the middle row of the patrol.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, I was wondering what they were out of.
Flip forward.
Yep. Very nice.
So you can get all the storage room.
Yep.
There's a frame that goes across there and down there.
Oh, yeah.
It's the frame that everything and the
Braces it all up. Yeah,
sits on
okay.
rubber mounts. So
Yeah,
the whole
right.
frame, including the guard, sits on rubber mounts.
Yep.
You can see it in here. That's all the one frame right to the front to back.
Yep.
All sitting on the rubber mounts, all gusseted.
Yep.
The seat's actually bolted to that frame.
Yeah, so she's plenty strong and working with the original chassis and the original pickup points on the cab. Yep. Front and rear. Yep.
Exactly.
And the radiator
And some
support.
more.
Yep. And some more. Yeah. Yep.
Because when you do it, the firewalls aren't very strong.
Anyone that knows me knows I love a shed, and I love this shed. I can tell you. I love this shed. Very nice. Got everything you need and more. Yeah.
I love this thing. It turns around.
Yeah, right.
Launch it in from over there on a fan.
Oh yeah. So it's horizontal and vertical, is it?
Yeah, and I made this one.
Oh yeah. That's out of an old cutting board from a hospital.
That's it, you know.
Yeah. Oh, that's a cracker. Yeah. No, that's on my to-do list actually. A bandsaw.
Yeah, well, I've got that one all printed.
Yeah. Okay. I love the stand on the brake disc as well.
Yeah.
Got a couple of things in my shed like that.
And sliding roll for all the shit.
Oh yeah. Wow, that's heavy duty.
Even with...
With a bush. Oh, that's out of a tow bar, isn't it?
No.
Oh, okay.
That's just some of that shit.
Oh, yeah, right.
Some of that shit.
Nice little anvil on a post, on a stump. Yeah. The more I look at this thing, the more I love it. The detail that has gone into this and the care and attention is just awesome. Look at that. Just absolutely fantastic. Fantastic. Every detail made in this shed. Only 2 cars went into this, the Chev and the Patrol. What have we got here? Oh, guard mounted indicators. Ah, yeah, right. You got the lenses for them?
Yeah, man.
Yep. Very nice.
Orange blades.
Yeah, lovely.
Apply them and then can't hit them with paint stripper and make them rust.
Love it. Driver, how are we going?
Pretty bloody good.
Pretty bloody good? Excellent. Where are we?
We're in Merriwell, one of my favourite pit stops.
And why is that?
It's got a bloody good cake shop
A
and
bloody-
a cup of coffee
You can't beat that on a 37-degree day.
and pies and vanilla slice. And the Country Women's Association have jams and spreads and very, very clean toilets.
So
anything else?
On a rating out of 10, what would you give Merriwell?
Oh, about a 9.
About a 9.
Yeah.
Excellent. What could make it better?
Trailer parking on the main street.
Okay, I'll put that into the Progress Association.
Apart from that, it's good.
Excellent. Hey, look, it's your favourite horn.
Yeah, they actually sell it. I just realised at the hut across the road.
Oh, okay.
Made by those ladies, though.
Oh, you love country towns. Well, that's a collectible classic to someone. Actually, that'd be me, because I used to own one. Well, I'm currently on my way from Mudgee to Dubbo to see Matt Rendell. I have run out of petrol. I think it's a bit ironic, really. I'm 5 k's from Wellington. I knew I was low, but I thought I might make it, but I didn't. I'm next to probably the world's biggest solar farm, maybe not, but it's massive. So there is so much energy around me, except what I need to put in this thing. So I'm really hoping that my little 10-litre jerry can on the side of the truck actually has some fuel in it. Look at the size of the pump. That's just like, this has been going for kilometres and kilometres and kilometres. There's a correctional facility over there, so that's always handy as well. It's Wellington Correctional Facility. So I'm hoping that I've actually got some fuel. A clever man had kept fuel in it, so we'll see whether I'm clever. Okay, well I reckon I've got about a litre of fuel in there, and this is the world's hardest thing to fill up. So I've made a funnel of sorts, funnel with a funnel extension. And I've got some duct tape, so hopefully I don't spill a drop because I don't think I can afford it. When you've got one of these old-fashioned unleaded flappy things here, you use the world's tiniest funnel with a piece of clear pipe, and then you get a valve saver bottle, cut the top of it out, get a piece of a drink bottle, make an extension funnel so that you can put the fuel out of your jerry can into the intermediate one to go through there to put into there, without spilling any. Okay, well based on the amount of fuel I just got in the tank, I should be able to get at least 500 metres down the road. You might think I'm a bit stupid. Ha ha ha. Last time I ran out of petrol, I left the petrol cap off. This time I remembered to put it on. Yeah, and I needed a funnel then and haven't got one, and I had an empty jerry can then. You can call me stupid. I represent that comment. Success! I was worried when I got to the roadworks and there was traffic lights. I thought, I can't afford to stop, I'm gonna have to run this. But I made it. I'm here. Thank you, Wellington Fuel Centre. You're a lifesaver. Now, I just put 78 litres of fuel into a 10-litre jerry can and a 60-litre tank. So that's not a bad effort. An extra 8 litres. Well, here we are in the middle of a paddock surrounded by dead cars. Probably a few snakes.
Probably.
Absolutely fantastic. And standard snakes and cars. Matt Rendell.
There you go, Todd.
Good mate. So Matt and I have never actually met before, but we've chatted and communicated numerous times, hours on end sometimes.
Man. Yeah.
Yep, over social media, Facebook mainly, and chat sessions and so on. And Matt very generously offered me, and I say very generously, offered me a bunch of parts. So in the back of ToXiC here at the moment, and well, I'll show you this a bit more later, but there's some guards and a bonnet and some pedal assembly and a seat out of a 36. This stuff will probably all go into my hot rod collection, or you'll end up seeing it as wall art in the ToXiC shed. But the reason we're here at the moment is firstly to g'day to Matt officially, and I said to Matt, can I take some video of this? And he said, yeah, okay, yeah. But what we've got, just little stuff, and I'm not going to spend ages doing this, but yeah, there's your general cars, the cars that you expect to see dead in places, all this stuff. Okay, some of them pretty much need a fuel pump. That Jag needs a fuel pump and it can be driven. This one's going to end up being for a person, or it's going to go towards a car for someone that doesn't have a car, essentially. Over here we've got two 59 truck cabs.
With a 55 bonnet just sitting out in the weather.
Yeah, with a 55.
The iconic 55 bonnet.
Yeah, right. Look at that. Here I am. Look at me bravely walking through here. Look at that. That one's got doors. That front one's got 2 doors on it, does it?
Yeah, 2 doors, yeah.
And this one...
So 59, 2 59s, and then...
Oh, 59. What did I say? Is that what I said?
Yeah, 59.
Yeah, 50, yeah.
And then 55 bonnet there, and then here's a Jag front and rear end sitting on a 1933 chassis.
Yeah, right. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, as you do.
As you do.
We've all got those. Actually, I was going to say, I actually have got something similar to that hanging around. But we've all got things like that hanging around, haven't we?
That's it.
Yeah,
That's it.
as you do.
Yeah.
And like, there's just, if you're a car guy, now, like if I was in America, this rear end would end up in the back of a rat rod with a Detroit diesel in it or something. Why? Because it's insane.
That's it. It was a 1957 F500 truck.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
So probably would have been turned into a car carrier if it was actually in my yard.
Exactly right.
Yeah. That looks like a Valiant door or something just there.
Some early AP.
Yeah. AP5 or 6 or something.
That's a 36 Ford chassis. Actually, that's the 37 chassis from the hot rod.
Oh, okay.
That's the original truck.
Ah, so the hot rod, that is the one that we're going to look at later?
That's the one.
Yeah, okay, so
then,
that's a little bit of a spoiler there. We're going to be looking at a hot rod later.
Yeah,
It
man.
is cool.
But that is the original truck chassis that 37 came on.
Okay, so it's a truck chassis. It's got the beam axle on it. It's got dual wheels on the back.
Yep.
That itself is the making of something cool, I reckon.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So,
And then this is what happened in Dubbo when you got 8 different people building XYs and XWs.
yeah,
That was an XW wagon.
yeah,
We got out of Rolleston,
yeah.
and it has been kindly donated into, I think, 8 vehicles now.
Wow, so this thing gave up its life to save 8 vehicles. Now, yeah, I see people, you see, oh, well, you cut up a classic and that. Yeah, sometimes cars, they might just be a little bit too far gone to
this one was.
bring back.
Yep.
And this thing saved the lives of 8 other cars.
Yeah.
It's, yeah, that's fantastic. That's what these boneyards are about. Every boy dreams of a boneyard, and Matt's got his own. In fact, he's clearing this space out because we're going to look at Matt's garage, his shed, man cave, the, what do you call it?
The wheelhouse.
The wheelhouse.
The wheelhouse.
We're going to look at the wheelhouse in a bit, and you'll see where it's handy having this sort of stuff hanging around where you can bit parts from.
That's the one.
But like, I'm looking here, we've got some, what, XW, XY doors or something here?
Yeah, there's, they're XY.
Yeah, a couple of bullet holes.
Yeah, wagon, the XR doors.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep, couple of bullet holes, that's right.
Yeah.
When in the country.
Yeah, when in the country, that's what happens, yeah. So,
Floor out of an XB. Another XY door over there.
yeah,
Ford
boot lid off an
Pilot.
XD.
EH Special sitting over there.
Yeah, EH Special with a
That
story.
that one.
Yeah. A lot of money invested in that one, Matt was telling me, but
Got paddocks, yep.
yeah, got paddock. Sometimes that happens, doesn't it?
Sometimes that happens.
Yeah, so
And then down there is a 57 split screen rear cut.
yeah, everyone's got one of those. They're not worth
Everyone's got one
anything.
of them just singing around.
Not worth anything, are they? The small window,
Case of
57. Yeah, case of beer. Yeah. Toyota Corona here. Look at that. That's got rollover protection on it.
There's the old pilot car.
Yeah, pilot car. So yeah, follow on or in a big truck or something. So that had the sign.
XT wagon that went into 3 different cars.
Oh, okay, that's the
Another
pillarless
donut.
model. Yeah, yeah, nice. And it's got the reverse seat. So with the bench in the front and the buckets in the back.
That's right.
That was a special order, that
Yeah,
one.
special order 101.
Yeah, yeah, one of one. Yeah. What is that thing? Big press or something?
Some sort of press, yeah.
Yeah, right.
So recut to that's actually a recut we've kept for XW to the XY XW.
Oh,
sedans.
okay, yeah. Oh, yeah,
parcel
with
shelf and-
the wheel.
yeah, that fixed 2 cars. That recut.
Yep.
Yep. Had full rear quarters on it.
Yeah, now look at that. Mercedes. That,
Yep.
yeah, just sitting there, just keeping the
sitting there.
cicadas comfortable. Now, something I needed to, me not being used to being in completely dry areas, I probably nearly started a fire by idling in the grass for too long before. So Matt suggested that I keep driving on because we could smell burning grass. So always just be aware of that, kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially during summer.
So this is that, what was it, 57?
It's a 57 barn.
Yep.
Barn door.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very nice. Yep.
Yeah.
So you got the doors on the side, and it's got some. It's not a full panel side. It's got some windows.
Accident, so they unfortunately cut the front off.
Yeah. Yeah.
But she's too good, man. They're sort of rare. 57's quite a rare one as well, just
Yep.
with the single.
Got the low vents.
Yeah, low vent.
Yep.
So,
Look at that. It's the plastic bumper version.
yeah, XEs I think they are.
Ah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm walking blindly here. Could have any little danger noodle come up at me.
I'm listening. I haven't heard any movement. Yeah.
And here we have another Pilot. If you're not aware of Pilots, these were what, 48 to 52, I think you're saying,
About
mate?
46 to about 52, I think they were.
Something like that.
Yeah.
These were an English car, but they had a V8. They had a
8BA.
8BA V8 in them. So side valve V8, like a lot of our other Fords had.
Yeah.
And
They had a chassis just like basically a 36 Ford chassis.
Yep.
But they're 20 years younger, so they're about 90 millimetres shorter, but they had a higher rake over the
Yeah,
rear, so
get
hot
that
rodders
rear
loved
down.
them.
Yeah,
To put
okay.
The truck cabs and all the rest of it.
Well, Dubbo's the gift that keeps on giving. Look at this, Project Cactus. What is, this is Lawrence. This is Lawrence, the owner. G'day, Lawrence. Project Cactus, by the way, it's a YouTube channel. There's about a, what'd you say, 6-part series?
Yeah, about 6 parts.
On this. Lawrence and another guy built this out of a couple of cars over a period of 23 days.
Yep, yeah, just over 3 weeks.
And he's done about 12,000 Ks in the last 3 years in it. It's a little 225 slant motor. This was your atypical paddock find, and it's made up of parts. It's got a bunch of different spotlights on the front. It's been to Denny Ute Muster. Been to Queensland, it's been to Victoria. It does everything that you're meant to do in a car and more. And I'm guessing you'd love this.
Oh mate, it's my daily.
Yeah, as it should be. This is, as I said, the car that you build from a paddock find, that you just get it to the point where you like it, you love it, and you drive it. And I reckon it's a ripper. I reckon it is a ripper. It's got these custom touches. You won't find that in the showroom. So what are some of the special features of this, Lawrence?
Yeah, so it's basically 2 Valiant utes thrown together, and then a bunch of leftover parts that no one wants, because 245 Hemis aren't worth a hell of a lot. Everyone wants a 265.
Yep.
3 on the trees basically worth nothing, because everyone wants a 4-speed.
Yep.
4-wheel drums are worth nothing, because everyone wants disc brakes. So a lot of it was just stuff off dead cars that were, you know, still usable, or stuff I discarded from my other projects. I got a Valiant Charger I built, and
Yep.
a lot of it just leftover bits from there.
Very nice.
And just gradually improving stuff, you know, every now and then, just usually with used parts. So I've added some sound system to it lately, put some bucket seats in as opposed to the old bench.
A sound system? What, a Ferris AM radio?
No, it's a little hidden Bluetooth
Yeah,
module.
is that modern stuff?
Yeah, it's just a little bit modern in that regard, and, you know, adding gauges and
I'm liking that.
all that sort of business.
Got some gauges, yeah.
You'll love our custom door cars.
Oh yeah, yeah, nice. Yeah.
Yeah,
The race
the
touch.
race car.
Yep. Chop stickers on them.
Yep.
Yeah, nice. And I could have done with a couple of jerry cans earlier. I ran out of petrol on the way here.
Oh.
Yeah, I made a little video about that too. The people will be saying that. Look at that. That's very Mad Max. That with the gauge cluster there.
Yeah, fuel gauge, getting that working is next on the list.
Yeah, and the Sharpie markers there. Are they ornaments, or are they actually holding it in place?
No, they're just there in case you need to write some notes on the
Okay,
dash.
you never know when you need a Sharpie.
Yeah, exactly.
Very nice. Yep. And look at that custom floor there. That's not going anywhere. This is a beauty. I like it.
The floor had been hacked up before we had it. It had a V8 cross member in it as well, so I don't know whether it was running a 727 torque flight. Someone told me it had a 383 at some point, but
Okay.
I can't track any of its history really back more than about 15 odd years when my mate in Wagga picked it up.
Yeah. Okay.
So, not really sure. It spent time around the border because there's a sticker on the back for an Albury-Wodonga like clutch service.
Yep.
But it's just a mystery.
Yep.
So she's actually a Dodge, not a Valiant.
Oh right. Okay.
Yeah, so hallmarks of that is there's no chrome on the bumpers. They're actually just painted grey, and they've eventually just rusted.
Okay. Yep.
There's no left-hand sun visor.
Yep.
Not even the boss in the roof for it.
Okay. Yeah.
Rubber plugs, so you don't get an interior light switch.
Yep.
You
Yep.
have to turn it on at the
Was
light
there-
switch itself.
Was there something different about the B pillars on the Dodgers as well?
Yeah, so there's no badge here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, you've just got there's normally be a
Wayfarer
right
badge.
there, and
Yep.
obviously chrome trim or stainless trim all over the joint, and they just
My
cheapened it out.
my wife's grandmother's brother, who lived in Wellington, had a Dodge, and it was out this way. Could be this car.
Could be.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't know really much about this thing past about 15 years.
Yeah. Oh, what a beauty. Thanks for that, Lawrence.
No
Appreciate that, mate. And guys, jump onto Project Cactus on YouTube. And obviously there's a couple of other channels that Lawrence is fond of. So, yeah, jump on there. I love it. I love the idea. Oh, and you said that a guy came over from Detroit.
Yeah,
Read some
David Tracy, so he writes for the Autopian.
Oh,
Which
okay.
is the website up there. So
Yep.
that's their channel that's actually got Project Cactus on it.
Yep.
So yeah, he flew out from Detroit. He was here for about 5 weeks, and yeah, introduced him to Aussie culture. You know, Chico rolls. And he loves schnitzels and
Yeah.
palmies and all that. And yeah, we built this in my shed and took it down.
Fantastic. Look, I'm going to go on and watch because I haven't watched, so I'm going to go on there and I'm going to subscribe to your channel. So good on you. Thanks for showing me your car.
Cheers.
Oh, g'day, Matt. G'day, Lawrence. How you
How
going?
you doing, mate?
Fancy seeing you guys here. I'm really well, thanks, guys.
That's all right.
You guys well?
Yeah, go on.
Very well.
Excellent. How about that? I just sort of stumbled upon this place. I haven't been here before. You been here before?
Once or twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, here and there.
What can you tell me about this place, Matt?
Well, welcome to the wheelhouse.
The wheelhouse.
So we built this place we built the original shed. If you got the nice shot front of that shed.
Yep.
Built this probably over the last 2.5 years, and built it as a hot rod shed, but also as a keeper of the goods. Just a place that sort of, when I built it, I wanted it to sort of be like a popper shed. So Grandpa's old shed, so there's a lot of collectibles, a lot of little one-off, unique bits and pieces. And yeah, it houses, as you can see, it houses the hot rods and the cars. But we also run a men's group out of here as well called Shed Happens.
Okay, so a men's group called Shed Happens.
Yeah,
And
Shed
what's that
Happens.
about?
It's actually Lawrence, who's down right, is all part of it. So
Oh, okay, yeah.
it's just a support and empowerment group for men trying to journey through the challenges and difficulties of life. And
Nice.
yeah, so all sorts of stories. What's really cool though is it's sort of works on a bit of a King Arthur's round table. It's about equality. So there's multiple millionaires sitting in this shed, and there's people who are waiting for their welfare check.
Yep.
Doesn't matter.
Yep.
They all sit the same height when they're sitting down.
Yeah. Shed Happens.
Shed Happens.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I like that.
So yeah, so probably 40 to 50 regulars and semi-regulars. We meet on a fortnightly basis, and basically here, that space there, and then often these days it blows out into the yard as well.
Yep.
Yeah, we've got people who come and they sit through here. So
Yep. And you sit and you talk about men's business.
all sort,
Yep.
whatever's needed to be talked about. What happens in the shed stays in the shed.
Yep.
So,
Yep.
Yeah.
Understood.
But,
Great concept, mate.
yeah, no, it's been unreal, running for about 15, 16 months now. So
Yep.
yeah.
Fantastic. That's good. That's proof. Proof is in the pudding. I think running it for 15 or 16 months, and it's continuing to grow.
It's just
Obviously,
growing from strength to strength.
it's
there.
working.
Yeah.
Well done, mate.
Yeah.
So, what do we got? Let's look. You know my passion for all things old. What can you tell me about this beautiful looking automobile?
So this little bad boy here was built by one of my best friends, Tim, and the cab, it's a 37 Ford. It's actually an American body.
Yep.
It's a 37 Ford. Was a truck, was a tipper, and now is a 6-inch chopped and 8-inch channeled 37 with a 35 front grille, 32 lights, 35 wire wheels with a beautiful 8BA 3-speed synchro box.
APA, sorry.
8BA.
Oh, 8BA, sorry. Yep,
8BA,
8BA. The motor.
And,
Yep.
yeah, so it's called Drop Forged.
Drop
and,
Forged.
Up behind it, you'll see the bed. We actually imported that from Illinois.
Yep.
So yeah, we're just waiting to laser blast that, and then we'll that'll be channeled as well.
I'll just point that out because it took me a while to see it. This is the bed just here.
Yeah, just standing on its end there.
Illinois, and it's original Henry Ford metal
Yeah,
from
real
Illinois.
deal.
Yep. So
Yeah.
you were saying, mate?
Yeah, so this is probably the closest we've got to being built. It was actually built by one of my best mates, and he was building it as his personal hot. So it's traditional full Ford hot rod. It's not. There's no new school in this. Everything is traditional old school.
Yep.
Everything's pre-1949 on it. So
Definitely a billet-proof zone.
big time.
Yep.
Billet, what is that? Nickel. Let's talk about nickel.
That's it. So we got wire wheels, juice brakes.
Yeah.
We've got a torque tube.
Yep, torque tube
got
with
triangulated.
It's actually got a 3.89 highway diff, which is an American diff. Very, very, very rare highway diff in this one.
I think you said they're normally 411s.
Normally 411s in the old banjos. Yeah.
And Matt, how tall are you?
I am 6'5".
6'5".
Yep.
I sat in this before. Check this out. Matt's not a small guy. He's 6'5", and I won't get in there with him because it might be hard to see. Your door handle fell off, I think, mate.
Yep.
So Matt has headroom. He's got a cap on, and there's good 2 or 3 inches there. He's got long legs, and he's stretched out.
Stretched out like that.
Very difficult for you to see because the light is not great. But all I can say is that everything works fine. That shifter is in a perfect position.
Beautiful. Everything's just built. So I actually worked with Tim. I probably sat in this 10 times trying to get the right feel and the right seating. So I've got a Morris 1100 bench seat, which we'll recover.
Yep, which I'm going to be tracking one down if anyone knows where it's
you
one.
need one for yours, mate.
Yep.
And so just it was built. Everything was built for my use. Yeah, it wasn't just a generic build. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
So even that's been chopped 6 inches. So
Yeah.
just the mechanics to do that, to get that right, was a lot of work.
yep. I absolutely love this thing. Matt knows that, and he said he's going to give it to me because he's a nice guy, which I thought was very generous of him. I wasn't expecting a thing, but
maybe not. So, yeah, so full drop forge. We're just going to clean a little bit of the rust back out of it, and it'll be full coated.
yeah. So it's going to remain in bare metal.
Bare metal.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, it'll have some good mate of ours, Dave Petty, who does all the pinstriping and stuff. He's going to do. We're just going to work some very subtle pinstriping on the wheels, grill, just some little things. We've got a few little things that we'll do that'll be revealed once we build the car.
Yep.
Finish building it. So.
I love it. I can't wait to see this thing up and going. This is giving me inspiration. I got a 38 beer barrel, which I'm going to run the 38 beer barrel grill, but the theme will be similar. Yeah. I'm not going to be as traditional as this because I've got some other stuff that's already happened to mine anyway. But the overall look, this is inspiration for me. So,
and would you agree? It's just got a real presence about it, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely.
It's got a really strong vibe about it.
Yeah. When I was sitting in it before, I actually felt like we were driving down the road. To be honest.
Yeah.
It's great, and that's the interesting thing. I've sat in chopped rods before and not been able to see. Now, this thing's got absolutely fantastic vision right the way out. When I was sitting in the passenger seat here, I could see the tip of the bonnet here, and that was it. And I had a view of the road to like well past where you need to, that 12 or 14 metres or whatever it is. Yeah. Absolutely beautiful. It's so well planned out, so well thought out. Chopped here. You said 6-inch chop, Matt. I think.
6-inch chop.
I think you said earlier.
I think it's had a 5.5 on the back and a 6 and a bit on the front. So it's just tilted a little bit.
Yep.
And then it's been wedged through. Yep. And it's had a second wedge through here.
On the back there.
Yep. So it's the American kept it small rounder.
Yep.
Yeah.
And the windows intentionally been kept.
And so I'm not a big fan of the mailbox.
Yep.
So this was actually cut and dropped down. So we've kept the original window size. Yeah. I think it might have had an inch taken out of it.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I don't think it's. But none of this.
Yeah.
No. It's got to be practical.
It doesn't look like Ned Kelly.
No, it's not a Ned Kelly helmet.
Yeah.
So,
lovely.
Yeah, everything on this, minus shocks, of course. Things like this are new.
Yep.
But we're really strong on wanting everything just pure and old school traditional built hot rod. So. Yep. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, I could sit and look at this thing and talk about it all day, but of course there's this thing over here, which I don't know what's this. This is some old Falcon or something, isn't it?
Falcon there. Yeah. So this is being built. We're just we've actually got 3 of these on site. We've got the one of course behind here, the purple one.
Yep.
So it was finished about 7-8 years ago now.
Yep. Well, while I'm pointing at that one, what's this one running, mate?
This is a genuine. So this one's got it's a replica, but it's got a lot of genuine gears. It's got a genuine JG33 XAGT motor in it.
Yep.
Top loader 9-inch diff.
Yep.
And just a lot of the parts in this car we tracked from original GTs.
Yeah, right. So while you can't call it original, it is.
No, it's a Phase 3 replica, so it's got all the Phase 3 aspects to it.
Yep.
Minus the Simmons, and look, the Simmons are one of those things. I personally really love the black Simmons. I think they suit the car super well with the colour and the ratio of what we've done.
Yes.
A lot of people don't like buds, but I do.
Buds.
So, yeah, buds.
And at the end of the day, like 2 things, it's your car, and secondly, you can unbolt wheels and change them. So
we had the V5 Simmons on it about a month ago, and just felt they'd done their course. They were cool. They were first generation original Simmons.
Yep.
So 3-piece, but we've gone with them now. But yeah, for people who know me, XYs have been my main love affair.
Yes.
We've actually technically still got 5. Yeah, open that up. We've actually got 5 XY sedans.
Okay.
3 XY sedans and 2 XW sedans.
Yep.
But we've just got 3 on the property that either are built or we're building.
Yeah, right. It's not a statement that is taken lightly or that anyone can say. That's a lot of XWs and XYs.
Yeah. Yeah, we've had over 12 years out here. I think I've had more than 25 through my hands. So,
yeah, right.
We're selling them on consignment, selling them for people. Yeah, with utes and wagons and all sorts of things. So
yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, just one. Okay. Yep. Sorry, I might just have to edit a section out there. I just needed to change my lighting situation. But here we are, back again.
Yeah. So this one here, there's just a few spots for us we're going to clean up. This car was stolen a number of years ago, and we we ended up chasing it. We got it back right before they torched it.
Hmm.
So it's called Grandpa. A lot of people know this car in Dubbo.
I remember when that happened. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's and we were very fortunate because it's one of the cleanest shells I've ever had, and it's a beautiful car. There's never been an accident. All panels original to car, so this will end up going probably a nice candy red. And I've got a really cranky little 347 Windsor and a twin turbo setup for this whole caboose.
What? A 347 and a twin turbo. So what was that last word you said? The whole caboose.
The whole caboose. Yeah, the whole caboose.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, look, we're just here for 1 second. We're talking about a white Falcon that got stolen, nearly got burned out. Then we're talking about a 347 twin turbo setup because why not?
Why not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone that's watched my channel before knows I love collections, love a shed, love a little tool shed. And I've been into a few, and this is up amongst the best of them. And what I like about a good shed is the personality, the history. Every piece, the person that owns the shed often can tell you everything about every single thing, and it means something. And talking to Matt earlier, we had a wander around here. This is no different. So, Matt, why don't you talk to me about it?
Oh, look, when we built this, I really wanted to try and capture Grandpa's shed. When I was younger, I got to spend some time with some just early mentors who, particularly with the mechanical and the timbers, and I just remember going to the sheds just having this wow factor. They just had this really cool just atmosphere in their sheds, and I was like, one day I'm going to go and build one of those, and sort of like to think that we've tried to capture that.
I think you have, well and truly. Is that a jail bar? Sorry, I got distracted.
Yeah, I drew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I drew that off the farm, actually. That was one of the trucks I was trying to get, actually. But so you'll sort of see the tool collection, the bottle collection, the radios, a lot of radios. There'd be 120 radios in the shed.
Yep.
The old planes over here. Got a few old planes,
Yep.
And then just, all up here, just a lot of just trim. So up top here became just a trim collective space for the ZH, XY, XW and 57 Chevy.
Now, if you're seeing things in this and you're thinking, oh, was this, you can go back and watch this as many times as you want. You can pause it.
There's a good chance yes is the answer, because there's some really rare bits sitting up here.
Yep.
So even like here, these are all cut to size for the dirt with the channel 37.
Yep.
That's all the pieces ready to fit in.
All the garnish mould.
Yeah, all the garnish moulds and the dash top there with the spin. So
Yep.
yeah.
Very nice.
So so this is these panels hanging here. We're currently building my wife a blown 57 Chevy. So that's the blower hanging on the what's the name, and over under a shelf over there we've got the 383 Chev, which we're going to pull down, drop a blower that way. Straight over there.
Yep.
So that's all right. And so we'll drop a blower cam into that, and got a mate who specialises in blown motors, so we'll do that.
And 383 you were saying?
Yeah, 383 stroke.
So small block Chev, 383. Turbo 4 I think you were saying?
Turbo 350.
Turbo
But
350.
it's been built up, that one.
Yep.
So we'll check it all down, put a stall in it, so yeah.
Very nice. So 57 4-door. You got that from the States from memory?
Yeah, it came out of Texas. A mate out of over near Hartley, actually. He got it for us. He actually had it for sale, and just it wasn't moving. And I was like, if he drops under 20, I reckon I'll jump on it. And he dropped down to 18. He took 18 grand.
Yeah, okay. Well,
I was like, done.
Yeah, nice.
I'm in.
And has it got the full, like the same patina right the way around?
So it's got the full patina right the way around. We've got the bonnet sitting over the
Oh,
back
that's
there.
right. Yep.
So sort of rusty on top, got rusty on top of doors, and then it was that Miami pink.
Yep.
And then it drops down into the blue.
Yep.
So it's actually beautiful colour scope on that patina.
Yeah.
So
I like a patina with blue.
well, it's sort of which we'll keep walking out here. It sort of is being built to match this Chevy.
This Chevy.
A lot of people, this is Bowerbird, and a lot of people around Dubbo here, it's a pretty iconic truck now because we've had it as part of the motorfest.
Motorfest?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll come back to that. I want to talk to you about that.
Yep. So she's
What's this, a 186 Holden motor, isn't it?
How'd you know? The triples.
Hang on, you told me fibs.
Little fib.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she's been about 150 modifications in it. The truck was actually my wife's grandfather's truck from the farm. It was his 15 years he used it as his daily.
Wow.
And we just wanted to build a memorial to old mate. So, yeah, old Norm. So
Norm, okay.
we went pretty hard. So a lot of the parts that are on the truck were either sourced from the farm or sourced, probably trying to honour. It's called Bowerbird, and he used to be a clearance sale junkie.
Yep.
And so Rendell, which is the brand.
I know a couple of those people just quietly.
Well, if you're watching this video, good chance you guys are too. Yeah, it was built because I'm an upcycler and do vintage fit outs as well.
Yep.
So,
and I've seen some of your work. It's lovely.
Yeah, thank you.
This is something, sorry to interject. This is a little bit of the stuff that's going along. All of this still under construction, but the whole property's like this. Sorry, Matt, you continue, please.
Yeah, and so we just wanted to build a truck that really honoured Norm and just sort of captured the vibe of what the truck was. I think a vehicle will always tell you what it wants to be. Your job's to interpret that. And so I worked with a couple of young guys in town here, Bradley and Pat Bryans, and amazing young craftsmen. And together they did the fabrication. I can't weld, so anything metal I can't do.
Yep.
But yeah, they did a phenomenal job. So VT full front K-frame with coilovers fitted.
Yep. Hence this big race-looking brace here
Yeah,
to toughen the front end. I just love that. That whole thing there.
Yeah, that's right. Just keeps the strut towers on their degree back and all the rest of it.
Yep.
So, yeah, but it sort of gives a bit of a racy feel. And then we've got this aluminium air dam basically that comes down and around and has two dam boxes in through the grill here.
Yep.
And so
Not going to be able to see it. Oh yeah,
No.
just.
Gets the wind over here and straight in, and anything plus 100k an hour, you can definitely tell it. It just
So-
really does work as an incredible
Like
sort
a
of
shaker or a ram
like
flow.
like a ram flow, yeah.
Yep.
So VT brake system, and a lot of the parts we tried to use out of the same one donor car. The engineers like that you try to keep it aligned because those cars are designed together. Engineer liked us, when we were just describing the car, he goes, look, if you're going to use an LS car, try to use as much as you can from front to back in that car.
It's a pretty good path to go down, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's all engineered to work together. So, and look, it's ended up being a beautiful truck to drive. This LS came out of a VX. This is actually the second generation motor we've put in. It was rear wheel horsepower was, fly I think was 445. Actually, might have been rear wheel this one. Very, very modified motor.
Yep. And it's got a very lumpy cam, you were saying.
Very lumpy cam.
Yep.
So, yeah, and so BCI rims, 20-inch rims.
Same size as BMW. I think you were saying that the BMW.
Yeah, so the tyres come off BMWs, yeah. So
Every piece is a story.
every piece of story. So excuse the rubbish because I cleaned out under the seat the other day.
What's this Dubbo Motorfest? We'll get to that
We'll
later.
get to that. So yeah, so I've got an XY bench seat here.
Of course, you've got to have a nod to the Falcons.
Yeah, I always try to put a bit of XYW in everything I build.
I didn't notice the timber floor before. Oh, it's a... Yeah, okay, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, just vinyl,
Yep.
vinyl left over from a job.
Yeah.
Dakota gauges, so they're the GPS gauges, so
Yep.
they're absolutely accurate as beautiful gauges. So
Tilt adjust column.
tilt adjust column, yeah.
Column shift. I love the fact it's column shift.
Yeah.
Bowerbird. And remind me, this was Nat's granddad's pops
Grandfather's
car,
truck, yeah.
and so was the 30.
So the 37 sat 50 metres from this truck.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Yeah. So
I'm presuming this is your Demister, is
that
it,
is our
mate?
Demister.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, a bit of copper pipe.
Yeah. I use plumbing fittings as well. So 50 metres away, these two sat.
Yeah, these two trucks sat for 30 years.
Isn't it funny? No,
Yeah.
I guess it's not funny. Well, it is funny, but they're
Yeah, I think sometimes, yeah, it's sort of, I think a lot of time people see a truck and get potential, but it's one of those things like we are a long way into this build because there's a lot of work done to it. But
Yep.
It's drives like a dream. Such a cool truck to drive, and it gets along real good.
Yeah. So actually, you were mentioning before about the K-frame and the front suspension, the motor, transmission. I think you said 4L60E behind an LS1. Yep. But then you've also got the Commodore rear end in it. Is that right?
So we've got a VN disc brake rear end.
Yep.
So it's been beefed up a bit, good for about 400 horses.
Yep.
But it's riding on Ford Ranger springs and shocks.
Yep.
And then we've got helper bags in there as well. So she's an airbag, just stiffen it up a bit.
Yep.
Particularly when she tows. We just, the wheels were rubbing on the guards, so we've just helper bagged that up a little bit.
Yep.
And then, the full metal guards, they came out of America. The tailgate was awesome. And Benji Travakis down in Melbourne.
Yep.
I saw him put that up, and it's actually the same colour as the cab, and I was like, sold.
Yeah.
How much do you want for it?
Just a bit of a plug. I don't know Lindsay, but gee, he gets some good stuff, and
Gets
he
some
sells
good
them for decent prices.
Well, the guards came from Lindsay as well.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
And so they were green. So the back of this has been a custom-made tray, and then we just patina shaped the sides and the guards.
Yep.
But that tailgate's original as we got it.
Yep.
We've just added the
Yeah, the-
legend here. Shout out to Dave Petty from Monster Signs.
Dave Petty from
Does-
Monster Signs.
Does all of our pinstriping.
And obviously, this lifts up. You were saying this is a hay baler or something. What were you saying?
So the timbers came out of an old mezzanine floor over in Forbes,
Yep.
but these were crop lifters off an old harvester.
Yes.
That came off the farm, old Norm's farm.
Yep.
So we cut the ends off and made them as our floor strips.
Yep,
And then
yep.
these came off the side of the shed from
Yeah,
his
they're
farm.
decent size hinges, aren't they?
Yeah, they're good old hinges, those.
Yeah.
Blacksmith made, so
Yeah.
yeah.
Love this old chest as well.
Beautiful old box.
Beautiful. Yep.
So, yeah, so just, I think, front jail bar bumper that was fitted.
Yep. I love seeing a tow bar. Sorry to. It
Yeah.
seems mine. I love seeing a tow bar. I got a tow bar on ToXiC. Got a trailer on ToXiC at the moment. Actually, the trailer's full of some metal that Matt's given me just to have a segue there. This is some more of it. Ford Pilot bits. That'll be part of some future builds or some yard art. All thanks to Matt, and very generous.
So yeah, so I use this as a bit of a daily. It's full registered,
Yep.
fully engineered. Yeah, drives like a dream. The engineer actually reckons it was one of the best trucks he'd driven.
Yeah, right.
He was
But,
hesitant for us to use the Commodore front, probably 3 or 4 times. He's like, guys, I'm just not sure.
yeah.
And shout out to Vaughan Larkham, absolute legend of an engineer.
Tamworth.
Yeah, Tamworth, he works with you. He was such a pleasure. A lot of time I hear people have these real difficult times with their engineers.
Yes.
Vaughan was amazing. He just worked with us and he walked through the project with us.
And guys, just a bit of a plug. I've never met Vaughan. I now know 3 people that have worked with him. I've heard the same story. In fact, the gentleman that you'll see earlier in this video with the 46, I think it was, Chev on the Nissan Patrol chassis, same engineer, Vaughan Larkham.
No,
So
legend.
don't know the guy. I'm plugging him because word of mouth is the best advertisement you can get.
He's worth plugging.
Yep.
So,
Righto. Well, cars. So let me just have a bit of a summary so far. What's it? Mine's a 52. What's yours?
51.
51. So 51 Chev 1100. Mine hasn't got that badge, funnily enough. We got the XY, which will be a 347 twin turbo. We got the 37, which has got a 8. I can never remember 8BA.
8BA.
8BA. I should know.
fitted.
I should know.
Yeah, so they've got as for anyone who doesn't know, an 8BA's normally got the distributor. The early ones had the crab distributor down low at the front.
Yep.
This has got the angled one that sits into the side.
Okay.
So you can see that little piece going through the...
Yep.
the grill.
Where the water pump would be. Which these have got.
Front
They've
water
got
pumps.
twin water pumps, don't they?
Yeah, you always know an 8BA because it has a
Yeah, okay.
diagonal distributor at the front.
Okay, righto. Okay, excellent. Thank you for that.
Yep.
And then we have the Purple Beast.
Purple Beast.
Yep. And we've got a Commodore here. What's this one?
That's a HSV Club Sport.
HSV Club Sport. So
Yeah.
I just insulted it because they're technically not described as
it's
a
a
Commodore,
Commodore.
are they? It's
Hey,
a,
so
it's
it's
a
really
HS.
funny. Anyone who's post 60 loves this.
Yep.
A lot of guys who walk in
Oh,
their
you don't have to be
50s,
that old. I'm in my 50s. Yep.
Yeah, love this.
Yep.
Anyone who's below 30 loves that.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a young fella's car, that one.
Yeah.
But it's a numbers matching original
Yeah.
sunroof car and only needs 3 more things and she's ready for rego.
And anyone that's below 20 wants that with a manga in it.
Oh, mate. Everyone, I just watch them. I've got a set of black 20-inch Simmons going on that as well.
Yep.
Just got to get the right tyres on them. So,
Very
and
nice.
yeah, over there will be the 57. We'll get
Ah,
that built soon.
okay, in that spot over where that old XR 600 is it?
250.
250. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's my wife's bike actually.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, I've got a 350 that's in storage elsewhere.
Very nice.
So.
And I just noticed that, I don't know, it keeps coming. I really don't know what that's about. We'll talk about that later. What, this is a push bike. Oh, you got a push bike in the garage.
26-inch BMX.
Wow, look at that.
We get a
That's
couple of
what
those,
tall
actually.
people, yeah. There's another push bike. Actually, I didn't notice these push bikes. So, red line, is that anything important?
That's actually a replica, that one.
Oh, okay.
But I'm about to strip it out to put it into a very rare Madison Taipan.
Okay.
Phase 3. It's actually called a Phase.
Phase 3.
Just
Yeah,
like a Falcon.
yeah right. Okay, cool.
Yeah, no, I got into the BMXs a while ago. So if you look above me, these are my most of my Survivor bikes.
Yep.
And so there's all sorts of Madisons and Mongooses and Rallies and
So
no-names.
survivors, as in you haven't
We
restored
haven't
them.
restored them.
Yeah.
As we've bought them, they're complete bikes. They ride.
Yep.
They're a going concern, and they're just they're good enough condition to leave.
Yep.
So
Sorry, I saw a squirrel.
yeah, nuts, squirrels. Right?
Yeah.
And then so their survivors have their own following.
Yeah. So what do you do if it's not a survivor?
Well, I build what's sitting on the left-hand side of these.
Ah.
So we
Ooh.
yeah.
Doing an R-ring moment here, guys. Now, I'm not mocking in the slightest bit. I'm just trying to add a bit of comedic value here. But what we have here, you tell me, Matt, because people that push bike, they'll know them already. They will look at them.
Yeah. So we've got a rally, basically a Rally 400 there, which is sort of like the first bike I had that are restored.
Mine was a hot foot. You got any of those?
Oh, we've got a couple down there. There's 3 of them sitting down the other end.
Okay, we'll get to that. Actually, what's this one?
That's a Rally. I think it's called a Viper.
Rally
It's
Viper.
about an 84 model. That was their race version.
Yep.
So that was a busted chrome bike. So it was full chrome molly.
Yep.
So we actually powdered. Oh, actually, I think we spray painted that one.
Okay.
So a little Viper. Next to it is a
Speedwell. Yep.
So it's a little Speedwell.
Yep.
Little Maxi. So, and then
Ooh, red line.
red line. If you look at the back, actually, you'll see a Toowoomba company, a Cobra.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Yeah, it had the electricians in here. So that's a Toowoomba bicycle company, a little Cobra. So that was a very popular bike as well in their day.
Yeah. Righto. Okay. Yep. Yep.
Then we've got a red line there. So it's an 82 Pro line.
Yep.
So yeah, pretty rare car. Now you be careful up there, big boss.
I'm being careful, mate. I'm being careful. I can't afford to fall.
No, don't fall. I'll catch you up. And then we've got 3 mongooses. So we've got the red mongoose. It's a 79. Beside it is a super goose. So it's a chrome super goose.
Yep.
The difference between a motor mag, which is the red one, and the blue one is their nickel frames.
Oh, okay.
As where the super goose is a chrome frame.
Okay.
So yes, it's an 80. So the yellow bike is a super goose.
Yep.
And then we've got the iconic blue mongoose. That's the one that everybody wanted.
Okay.
Yeah. Beside it is a Survivor. I leave the Quicksilver up there simply because of what it is. It's an iconic. It's the mongoose of Australian bikes.
Okay. Yep.
So it's a genuine 1980 Quicksilver.
Was Quicksilver anything to do with the Surf Brand company?
No.
Okay.
No,
Yep.
different brand.
Yep.
So, and then we've got a large Pro Diamondback. We've actually got 2 of them. One's a
Oh yeah.
Yeah, one's the chrome frame and one's the powder coated frame.
Yep.
And they're the large Pro, so they were the race bikes. They
Okay.
were the sort of sought after for the bigger fellas.
Yep.
And then we've got 2.
Oh, hence the tall seat post.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. And then they're just a slightly bigger frame.
Okay. Yep.
And the medium Pros and some of the Vipers, I think, and there's a few different Diamondbacks.
Yep.
And then the 3 Hotfoots.
Oh, the
2
Hotfoot.
X-Gussets there.
Yeah. This one here, mine was actually yellow, but I think it was pretty much that bike.
Yep. Yeah, that was the bike of Australian. Most kids had a Hotfoot or had a, normally, often your rich kids had your red lines, your mongooses and your Diamondbacks.
Yep.
These were the budget-friendly BMXs. So
Yep. That was me. Yep.
yeah, they're 82s, both of them 82 hot X-Gus.
Yep.
X-Gusset Hotfoots, and then there's a Hotfoot team there, which was their race bike.
Okay. Yep.
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 And then beside that, it's actually a really rare bike. It's an Apollo team, so it's an Apollo race bike.
Yeah. Right.
And that's actually, I think it's a Survivor frame as well, that one.
Apollo. I know that as like a racing bike, like a big wheel racing bike. Would that be right?
Yeah. So that frame there is actually fascinating because I think that's a Kazumi made, which is the brand that made Diamondback.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
But they also made another one which I've got downstairs, which is a Madison. It's the Taipan. It'd be probably one of the rarest bikes I've got in here, which is down in my office.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And there's another mongoose just sitting at the back there.
Oh, yeah,
Mongoose Pro.
4 or 5 bikes up there.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. I'm trying as hard as I can not to fall down there because while it was just the floor before, I really don't want to fall on the bonnet of that Falcon, that GT. Okay. Well, absolutely incredible. Fascinating.
You probably appreciate them all being up there looking at them, eh?
Yeah. Well, I was looking at them from down here. Oh, the cars. Yeah.
No,
The bikes.
The bike.
I can appreciate everything being up here, to be honest.
Yeah. So those mongoose, like just those, the red line, the 3 mongooses, the Quicksilver and the 2 Diamondbacks.
Yep.
I mean, just there alone is 18, 19, 20 grand there.
Yeah, right. Wow. So that puts it, what was that, 3 or 4 bikes, did you say?
Probably the 7 of them.
Oh, set, yeah, okay, yeah, yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just a real sort of.
I feel like I'm being watched. Wow.
Yeah, so we use these in the shows. Often with the motorfest, we'll bring the BM. Actually, this year we're actually doing a BM Expo.
Okay. Dubbo Motorfest. Tell me the legend, tell me the story, please.
Ah, look, you know, when you work on some things, we're all build stuff. Most of the people who watch this sort of, you know, hands dirty sort of let's get into stuff.
Absolutely.
Me and my wife head up an amazing team that run the Cars and Coffee here in Dubbo. We do it once a month on the first Sunday of every month.
And that's Nat.
That's Natalie.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
the lovely Natalie.
Yeah.
So the mother of the Bulldogs, which we'll get to.
Ah, yes.
And because she's the one we're building the Blown 57 for. So,
Yep. Okay, yep. Good reward.
But sort of from that, it's sort of the second biggest in regional New South Wales now, our Dubbo Cars and Coffee. And then sort of went around when we were taking it over, there was just a legend of a guy called Nick Parlow, and he's been a big visioneer in Dubbo here, and he was very much wanting to do, we just need to do an epic car show. And we're like, well, I think we've got enough momentum with Cars and Coffee, and there's just, if people don't realise, Dubbo Arena, like the Dubbo region, is just a high calibre car and bike space.
I have identified that myself recently, and we were talking about it earlier. It's just amazing the amount of cars and things,
So
quality
many.
ones.
Like right now, we would say, and Lawrence, correct me if I'm wrong, but would I be wrong to say there'd be 400 or 500 projects being made right now
Oh, easily.
around in sort of the sub-region?
Yeah, but half of those are yours.
Yeah. No, only 80 of mine. So, but there wouldn't there? There'd be maybe more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
that's
Yeah,
not
everywhere you
including
go, you know, any small town around here, any farm, there's something.
Yeah.
Someone's working on something, or they've stored something up. They're getting ready to build.
Yeah, it'd probably be shooting up towards the 800. Like, there's just a lot of cars being built, and there'd be a couple of thousand, like, really quick collectible cars just in the city here. So,
You're giving me tingles.
mate, welcome to Dubbo. Anyway, long story short, Motorfest has basically become the iconic event for Dubbo now. In 2 short years, we the first year we ran it, it had over 7,000 people through the gate. This year we
That's
had
huge.
around 8,500.
Wow, that's
And
huge.
Yeah, the street machine, I think it's maybe October, November street machine, the yellow Tirana on the front.
Yep.
Street machine, there's a 9-page article in it.
Yeah, okay.
So,
yeah.
great reading.
And both of these cars, these are iconic cars themselves. This one's just been to Moon Eyes, hasn't it?
So this one here, Jason Kennedy's 50 Ford Spinner, he actually won Top Hot Rod Custom in Japan.
Yeah, okay.
He's actually in Parks. He lives in Parks.
Yep.
Hour and 20 from here.
I've seen that car, not at Motorfest. I've seen that car. It's beautiful. I
It's
love
an
it.
amazing
Yeah.
car. Jason's a good guy. Jason would be... Actually, what's interesting is these 2 cars are probably 2 of our biggest supporters. So
Yeah.
Charlie and Karina Harley own that blue 57.
Which is awesome.
It's just it's a SEMA level car. It's
Yeah.
an incredible car.
They're both magazine cars, aren't they?
Yeah, 100%. And the reason why they're on there is because these were what we try to do. We've got the Moto Rhino, of course, as well, which is sort of becoming very much our icon.
Yep.
And we've got one of our team members, Max is Norton in there.
Commando, is it?
So yeah, Commando, yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. That's a pristine, absolute concourse bike. So, but yeah, we sort of the winning car and sort of the most popular at show, which would be those 2 cars. Hence, they're on the Motorfest.
And I guess it shows the colour of the car that is prepared to enter into the show. Like,
Yeah.
you're not talking about something in someone's backyard that's just knocked together. This is a professional level show that...
Oh, 100%. So we're now recognised state level show.
Yep. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. We've got Greg Maskell from down at from Shepparton. He came up last year, and another gentleman from over at Orange, who's a nationally recognised hot rod builder, and they were our judges this year. And his feedback to us was, mate, you're borderline national level quality cars in here.
Yeah.
You've really you guys have hit for a regional city.
Yep.
You guys are punching way above your weight with the quality of cars you got. So from that, we've look, there's a whole team. There's 13 people on the main committee now. There's just our elite, me and Nat run an elite team, and on that team we've got 9 people that we literally just scour. Basically, your top street cars and our elite cars.
Yeah. And we won't mention where, but you were talking before that you'd been to a car event recently, and you were scouting for elite cars there, people there to come along. And was the interest good?
Interest was fair. The interest was fair, but what was really cool was that when we mentioned what our show was, they were like, "We've heard of that. Yeah, we're hearing great things about that show." So probably for us, it was we definitely secured about a dozen cars, so it was really good. Yep. Yeah, but it was probably just the state level confidence, because we've gone to a state level show now. I guess we're really careful because it's grown so quick and so big. It's been quite overwhelming. Me and my wife Natalie, we come out of last year a little bit burnt out.
Yes.
But we want to give quality, so we're trying to rest up. We've got 9 people in our elite team now, and those guys are all helping to carry the load. We've got legends like, actually we renamed Lawrence the Legend. He used to be a motorcycle rider, but Lawrence actually was pivotal at running one of our gates.
Oh, okay.
Stuntman.
He's become the gate king. So Lawrence is actually, he runs teams of people.
Yep.
Down at the main entry gate. So.
Oh, good on you, mate. It's not hard. Not hard. It's not easy running a team. Not easy running a team of 2 people, let alone teams of teams. So
first year was interesting, but we got through it.
Yeah.
Next, last year was a lot better. We were able to get all entrances to the showground. So now it's just running like one.
Did you have a bottleneck or something the first time? Or
yeah, we only had half an entrance basically.
Oh, okay.
And we had people trying to come in and out.
Yeah.
And
people are usually so understanding when they've got to wait in queues, aren't they?
For my mind, our team, we didn't have anyone hit any person or any other cars. We didn't have traffic going out on the street blocking traffic on our main roads.
Yep.
So I still consider that a win, but last year was definitely so much smoother.
No, that's good. Look, we all learn from our experiences, don't we? And I'm sure the first time was good, the second time was better, third time.
Absolutely, and I think it's interesting. The scale of the show, like there was over 1,000 cars and bikes on site. It's a phenomenal scale, and you've got teams that are, I would say it like this, we're a B grade team thrust into an A grade game.
Yeah, okay, yep.
That would probably be the best way to say it. So everyone was in adrenaline on their front foot further than they normally have to stretch, but they did it.
Yep.
And the second year was even better again.
I know some elite athletes, and some of those elite athletes were the people that always came second in a race. They had to compete with the people that had the natural talent, and the people with the natural talent, and I'm not saying you haven't, but hopefully the analogy works here. People with the natural talent, they often drop to the wayside, and the people that have to be the B team working at A level are the ones that succeed, because they have to really, really put in everything, whereas the others sometimes drop the ball. Yeah, literally.
I would say that particularly if you're B grade, like we've been thrust into A grade world now with the show. Coming into our 3rd year, the expectations are pretty full on, but we've also risen to the occasion and built the teams to accommodate that. So we've got some nationally known names that are on the elite team. We've got some big end people that have jumped on board to assist. So that's exciting. We've got some real legends in the city here who are famous around the state and interstate. They've jumped on board to help with the show as well. So it sort of feels like we've got the safe uncles and aunties got our back. So that's really cool. It's a great feeling to have.
I just want to validate my comment there. I'm not saying that the team is an A rate. I'm just following on from a B team at an A. So
no, but
I don't mean any criticism.
I think we the biggest learners in the room for Motorfest would be the committee and the teams.
Yep.
But if we're not, then we're not growing and learning.
Yes.
If we've arrived at A grade, there's an ego issue.
There's no resting on laurels here.
No, we can't afford to. We can't afford to have egos on this one. We've got to try and do the best we can, but we've got to grow. We've got to grow more than anybody else.
Fantastic. Now back on the show, just on the show for a second. I remember because I haven't actually been able to attend either of the 2 years yet, which is disappointing to me, but I'll get there. You have a large undercover area, is that right?
Yeah, so we've got a really high-end pavilion at the Dubbo Showground. They have like national level sheep sales there, so it's a very, very, very good space.
Yep.
And we in the elite hall, so we sort of have there's about 14 aspects of the show, but for the elite bikes and the elite cars, we have covered pavilions and sheds.
Yep.
And they're pretty hot. They're pretty, for Dubbo, for a regional city, they're pretty good.
Yeah. Actually, just on that, I remember seeing some footage of the rush for the bump in. And speaking of bumping in,
Yeah, don't bump in.
that'd be a ladder I just bumped into. For the bump in, a bump in is when you're preparing for a show and the site gets cleared and then you move in your props, your stands, your everything else.
Bump in.
And I remember I think there was skid steer loaders and sweepers and all sorts of things because it had been used for agricultural purposes only.
There was a National Merino show literally the day before.
Yep. And I think that's the sort of thing that is lost on a lot of people when they rock up to a show and they see it full of millions and millions of dollars worth of shiny automobiles that only a day before it was full of sheep.
It literally was. And we had an army of 25 people with blowers, with skid steers, with bobcats, with bins. I mean, we spent 4 hours on the Thursday night hammering it to get the main mass out, and then the Friday morning we finished cleaning 20 minutes before the first car rolled in to set up.
Fortunately for next year, there's about a 2-week gap between that show and our show.
Yep.
So we shouldn't have anywhere near as much sheep crap and hay to clean
We ain't doing that again.
at the last minute.
Yeah, no good parking over sheep shit. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, just get a pause. Righto. So we're in a room. What do you call? Is this your studio? Was it?
This is my studio. This is a creative space. We've designed this. It was going to be another workspace, but I wanted to create a space that was just inspiring and just brought the creative juices to flow. So we've put a lot of really cool collectible bits and pieces in here. The old Walkmans, the Polaroids, the real 8mm cameras, all sorts of stuff, radios, the oil things, guitars. So
An anteater. No, it was a duck.
yeah, my mum made that actually.
Yeah.
So so I sort of normally will come down here. Me and Natalie will come down and just sit here and talk concepts and ideas and just have conversations. And often I'll sit with people in here and we'll talk about different things. So
Yep. That's nice. And sorry, I know that we're going to talk about something else in a moment. This 16th century, did you say?
it's about 1815.
1850.
Yeah, 1820 maybe. It's a Louis the 16th.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Louis the 16th walnut made, leather top, gold embrace. Yeah, I picked it up years ago when I was into the antiques, and I just always loved this little drawer.
Yep.
So
yeah, it's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
So BM Expo.
BM Expo. Yeah, well, right here we've got a few just freshly powder coated BMXs. A few. That red one there actually is probably one of the rarest spikes in here. It's a Madison Taipan Phase 3. I've talked about it.
Oh yeah, yep.
Yeah, and it was like their bike made in the same factory as the Diamondbacks are made.
Okay.
Yeah, chrome moly, all the rest, but it was pretty damaged.
So they're all powder coated, the frames.
Yeah, these are all powder coated. Just trialing some new. Shout out to OxyTech.
OxyTech.
Yeah, OxyTech. These are OxyTech colours. These so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Some nice vibrant colours, aren't they?
Beautiful colours.
I've said it before, I'm colourblind, but I can see the vibrancy of those.
Yeah, they're just very vibrant, beautiful candy reds, candy greens, candy blues, and a beautiful bottle green over the right-hand side there. But yeah, this year's Motorfest, last year we had 62 bikes in a BMX display that was in the Elite Hall, and it was really popular. Just so many people were coming in and just talking about their muscle car of their teenage years and their childhood, which is the BMX.
Yes.
And I reckon, just in business owners in Dubbo here, I think I've now put 7 or 8 collectible BMXs into their hands because they had that when they were a kid.
Yeah,
They're at that age now where they're buying their BMXs back. And it's just a sport that's growing more and more and more. And it's just a really collectible space. So, but yeah, we're doing a BM Expo at this year's Motorfest. We're expecting about 200 bikes.
Wow.
Yeah, we've actually had one of South Africa's biggest collectors actually move to Dubbo. He's got a collection of about 250 BMXs, so he's jumped on board as well.
Yep.
And so we're sort of pretty excited. So I'm going to try and get these built for the expo, and just trying to save a little bit of money to try and get the rest of those. So.
Actually, I was out here before. Sorry, I was out here and I saw some marigolds and I saw a pumpkin and some chilies, but I haven't seen a money tree yet.
No, she's over there.
This is Natalie, by the
This is
way.
Natalie.
And this is
Here's Boston.
Boston. Look at
This
him.
is big Boston.
Boston. And
And
that's,
this is little Daphne.
look at this pair, will you?
Hey, look at this.
Sorry if my voice has just gone all funny. These pair are gorgeous. Seriously, have you ever seen two cuter dogs in your life?
Traditional British Bulldogs.
Yeah.
So,
How old's Daphne?
so Daph would be, what, 14 weeks? 12 weeks? Yeah, she's 12 weeks. And, yeah, she's an old English Bulldog.
Yep.
As where Boston's an English Bulldog. So there's actually a little difference.
Yep.
Very,
The size
very
for starters.
similar.
No, sorry.
Was that?
The size.
Yeah, that's all. She's a girl and he's a boy. Get
Yeah.
up, no, just on the wheel. So, but yeah, so she's actually, yeah, we're actually guardians of her. We own her,
Yep.
but she's a breed. She's been bred for breeding, and yeah, beautiful DNA, beautiful colours, everything about her is a very. She's a very, very good dog.
She is. In fact, I'm sure you said you were giving it to me.
Yeah, no, yeah, maybe not.
I keep asking.
You'll have
It's
to argue with Natalie.
just not happening, is it?
Natalie, what do you say about that?
Ready to know.
Oh, look, I can see a head nodding.
Boss,
Excellent.
I'll do that.
No, these back two here don't have that sleeve.
That'll be the issue. I'll do the back one, so-
Self-closing bonnet. I don't think Matt likes that. I don't think Matt likes that. Oh, it's always good to see a fire extinguisher in a car, by the way.
Mate, if you got an old school without one of those, you're an idiot.
Yep.
You've got to have that. Bought this off a mate of mine who he gave me a book with over $20,000 worth of receipts on that motor.
Oh, okay.
And, yeah, paid it 10 grand, which was unreal. And yeah, just all the gear that's in it, the balance, the blueprint, the Higgins heads, what's been done to the heads, ARP bolts hanging out everywhere. Like it's been a beautiful motor. Yeah, right. Yeah, it runs really well, really reliable. So, and a mad, yeah.
Sounds great, I love this Ram induction. Great.
Yeah, it's really, it works so well too. Like it costs a bit to get built, but man, it just works for free. Yeah.
And all the cost of it just goes by the wayside when you're driving.
Absolutely.
Oh, they're all rev heads around here. I don't know, these boys and their toys. What's it like living in this street, madam? That's the right response.
Look at the girls, look at the babies.
Yep.
Look at the babies. That's cool,
It is.
That's
See that screw there? That will forever be known as Dubbo. And the reason being, that's my new screenshot, my new thumbnail. Will forever be known as Dubbo because Matt just installed that for me because this badge nearly fell off on the way here. And I turned around and it's fixed. Look at that. It's like magic. Dubbo, the place it keeps giving. Well, I've got to say I've particularly enjoyed my time here at Dubbo. It's been fantastic. I've been fed, I've been watered. Matt's about to get run over. I've looked at cars, I've been given things. What more could a man want? And I get to look at the beautiful scenery of Dubbo. I've been told of a few people that I should pop in and say good day to, and you know, based on the way I've been welcomed here, I have no doubt that I would be welcomed with open arms. So if you know anyone out this way, then make the opportunity to come and visit Dubbo. And you never know, you might get to spend a bit more time here like I did and get welcomed. So I think we'll call this a wrap here. So I really thank everyone for your time, and thank you, Matt.
Mate, it's been awesome, Todd.
It has been.
Good to finally hang out and play cards.
Absolutely.
Great to meet you and safe travel.
And you too. Thank you, mate.
Cheers.
Thank you.
We'll do it again.
Thanks, Nat.
No worries, thank you.
I'll see you all in the future. I got to drive home, and I'm not going to run out of petrol on the way home. Thanks, guys.
Too easy.
Driving down the road, heading back to Mudgee, and I see this old thing on the side of the road. I bipped at it. I thought there was someone sitting in it, but there's a mannequin, so I feel like a bit of a deal. But isn't that a cool looking thing? Very nice. Let's keep driving. So as our stay in Mudgee and Dubbo, or our quick visit, Western New South Wales, comes to an end, Davina and I are heading back. We're not heading back in ToXiC though, well I am, but Davina's heading back in a Calais, LS1 Calais, that we've been gifted by a family member. And the purpose of why we're here in Mudgee initially is to help another family member sort out some stuff that was left behind after the passing of her husband. So one of those things is this HQ Holden. This was his pride and joy, and luckily he got to drive it just before he passed. He didn't actually get to drive it, he got taken for a drive in it. It was converted from a 202 to a 308, which he had built, and it has been bequeathed to his daughter, which is fantastic, so it carries on in the family. So I'm going to move this into the shed, but the local men's shed and a particular car club, Kajigong Cruisers, were instrumental, and mainly the Kajigong Cruisers were instrumental in putting the motor, transmission and everything in this and getting it to the point where it could be registered on historic rego, so that Phil could go for, I think, a couple of drives in it. So Kajigong Cruisers, big call out to them. I've no idea if anyone from that club watches this channel, but if you do, a big heartfelt token of appreciation to you guys. So yeah, just going to move this into the shed, and then Dee and I are going to take 2 car and trailer loads of what could loosely be described as junk by some people and treasure to me home. I can see why Phil was so happy to get this done. This thing, seriously, it drives beautifully. It's sharp, it shifts hard, it's got that really nice steering and brakes. They've done a great job. And I hope it gets left in the patina state that it is. See you later. ball. Man, I'm hot. Gut. You cut now.
He doesn't cut.
You cut now. Man, I'm hot. I'm melting.
Yeah.
Thank goodness you're not filming this.
Yeah, you can
I'm
fuck off
absolutely
now.
melting here.
Yeah, watch yourself.
That trip was fantastic. So, as promised, if you like GT Falcons, Commodores, hot rods, 57 Chevs, superchargers, four-wheel drives with Chevy bodies on them, burnout cars, then it was all there, and there was plenty more. So I really enjoyed that trip, and I'd like to thank Matt and Nat Rendell and Lawrence and my wife Davina, of course, and Rebecca Tansley and Robert Baxter, and they know why they were involved in this as well. I would like to thank you for being here for the video and watching to the end, and let me know if you like this type of video, because I do have access to some other sheds, some cool stuff, and I promised that a little while ago. Until the next time I see you, I'm going to pick up an angle grinder and I'm going to cut some stuff, and I suggest you do the same. But as always, stay safe while you're doing it. Take care.